Real quick, if you could, welcome to the stage my friend, Brandon Ray.
Hey. What's up, Faith Promise? All right, let's start this thing out. When it comes to the way I speak, I choose life. Hello, for guys that don't know me, my name is Brandon Ray, and I'm a junior at Hardin Valley Academy. I just want to start this off by saying thank you, Pastor Jeff, and all the Faith Promise staff for giving me this opportunity to speak. So can we give it up for our Faith Promise staff and Pastor Jeff, please? Tonight is a representation of how important the next generation is and how no matter how old you are, you can affect others by the words you speak and be affected by the words others speak. 1 Timothy 4:12 says, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech. Tonight, we're talking about speech. My sermon in a sentence says, without follow-through, words are wasted. Following through with what you say. Is it really that bad? Isn't it okay to lie a little bit? And I bet this doesn't even hurt anyone. Are all questions that I have asked and many people have asked. But I tell you, these questions are important. So here's actually a situation where my uncle had to experience how meaningful words are. Do you guys know what a Butterfinger is? Okay, so as a kid, we don't like vegetables. For me, I still don't like vegetables. My Nana's actually in the room, and she can tell I don't like vegetables. I would try not to eat them. Same thing for him. What he would do is he would find ways to not eat those vegetables. Until one time, his aunt made a promise and said, "You eat all your vegetables, I'll get you a Butterfinger." So what's he do? He sucks it up, puts on the full armor of God, walks through the valley of death to get to eat those vegetables so he can get that prize. So he's all excited about it. You know he's about to get this. He's about to get this candy, man. You know, who's not excited about candy? Well, what she had behind her back was something different. She pulls out a finger of butter. It's not a Butterfinger at all. It's not the candy that we expected, but it's actually a Butterfinger. But no matter if that was a little thing, that she actually didn't give my uncle candy, but rather play with his emotions, when we make a promise, we must fulfill the deed. In Deuteronomy 23:21, it says, "When you make a vow to the Lord your God, you shall not delay to pay for it. For the Lord your God will surely require it of you, and it will be a sin to you." Faith Promise, we have to stop compromising what we say as if it really doesn't matter, because you don't know what situation will really matter. I'm going to go ahead and tell you a time where I had to experience this the hard way. So I used to play for an AAU team called the Bandits. We were so good at basketball. We're about as good as basketball is. Carnes High School is at football. So you can tell we were top of the top. So we had practice at Carnes Elementary School every Thursday night. So, we're out there doing our thing, missing layups and layup lines just because we're a good team. Well, I see my uncle talking to somebody in the corner, so I go and ask him, I said, "Dougie, who is that?" He said, "That's my cousin." I said, "Okay." So I'm thinking he's family. I'm going to go introduce myself to him. So I go, and I start to talk. And weeks go on, we get closer and closer and closer till we actually build a relationship. Then finally, one week comes, and we talk about how my uncle got baptized in the previous months. So he's telling me about how he's crying and how because he loved it, and he was so excited to see my uncle take that next step, but how he wanted the same thing. He wanted the exact same thing. So what do? I say, "You know what? You can come to church with us. We'll come pick you up. We'll find a way for you to do that." Well, I said it, but I have to follow through what I said. So weeks go on. Bandits practice are going. We still are terrible. We're still losing. We didn't win a tournament game. AAU comes to an end. And all of a sudden, I don't think twice about it. My uncle gets this information that says Bobby McClain, his cousin, had passed away. There's no more Bobby. There's no more of him coming to church to experience God. He either did it or he didn't, and he didn't. And you have to think, Faith Promise. I sit there every day in my room. I'm sitting there, I'm crying. I'm saying, is he in heaven or is he in hell? And knowing that I had opportunity to share that. So I'm sitting in my room and I'm thinking, when we get in these tough situations, we're like, why, Lord? Why is it just me? I feel like it's just me experiencing this. When they said it's not. But why can't I be the last one to experience it? Why can't we have a heart and a passion so much, Faith Promise, that that's the last time we ever see that happen? Why not? Why can't it be our 6th grader step up, our 7th grader step up? Why? Why not? Because We don't need more stories like me. We don't need more times of me coming up and having to be upset about it. We need more times of somebody saying, you know, I invited them, I stepped into what I said, and they gave their life to Jesus. We need more stories of that. So to answer those questions, yes, it really is that bad. It isn't okay to lie a little bit, and it does hurt people because it hurt Bobby. Without follow-through, words are wasted. We're going to take the challenge to finish what we start, to eat what we make, and to do what we say. Because when it comes to the way I speak, I choose life.